Hello students, let us know about circle. First thing is how a circle is formed. Let us try to visualize that. Suppose there is a point C that is fixed and you are here at point A, and the distance between C and A is 4 meters. And if you move around this point C, always maintaining a distance of 4 meter, then you will trace out a circle. That means a circle is formed when a moving point moves around a fixed point, maintaining always a constant distance from that fixed point. Once more, I am going slow. Circle is formed when a moving point, that is you are here, A, you are moving from a fixed point, you are moving around a fixed point, maintaining a fixed distance all the time from that fixed point, and the circle will be formed. And that particular distance which is fixed is actually the radius of a circle. So here AC is the radius of the circle, and I can draw one more radius just to explain you something. Suppose AB is another radius, then always for the same circle all the radii will be equal. So radius, radii, singular, plural. Now then, this is one of the most important thing. Radius is important and it is always constant for a given circle. And this whole, this whole circular figure, the ring which is seen, is also called the circumference. This is the circumference. You know how to take out the circumference. In area you have studied. Circumference formula is 2 into pi into r. That means 2 into 22 by 7 into radius. 22 by 7 is rational approximation of pi. Now let us see something more. Suppose there is a line pxy, it is passing through the circle, touching the circle at 2 points. Then this whole line will be called, pxy will be called the secant. Pxy is the secant. And the part of the secant which is intercepted by the circle, that is xy, is the chord. Xy is one of the chord. So the chord will always have its end points on the circle. So there is another larger chord. AB is another chord. And if I can continue to move on, suppose I continue to move on, say for example, if I extend BC, which is the radius, and if I go straight, then what happens? BD is another chord because its endpoints are on the circle, and BD is the diameter. Remember, in this figure, BD is the diameter. Remember, diameter will be the largest chord. I can draw another one. So, in this case, PQ is another diameter. So diameter is the largest chord. Now I will rub this largest chord. That is, I will rub the diameter. I will rub the diameter now. I will put the center back. A few more things you should understand. That when you have the chord, then the chord will divide the circle into 2 parts. I am removing this also. So we don't have this. Now the chord will divide the circle into 2 parts. So this shaded part below this, where the center is not there, is known as the minor segment. And the upper whole part, I will shade it. The upper whole part is called the major segment. So this part is minor segment, the above part is major segment. There is one very important thing you should remember. Suppose I name the center now as P. The major segment will always contain the center and the minor segment will not contain the center. Then secondly, from here to here, if you move around the circumference, you have moved around the minor arc. And from here to here, moving around the center, this will be the major arc. So these things you should remember. Then another topic which later on will come and most probably will study in 10th is the tangent. The tangent always touches the circle only at one point. That means it touches the circle at the circumference at one point, and this point is called the point of contact. Just for your ninth knowledge, if you join a tangent to the center, the point of contact of a tangent to the center, always the radius which is touching the point of contact is perpendicular to the tangent. These small things you should remember. Some more things you should remember, that as you keep on going, see there is a chord here. If I draw, there is a chord here. So the smaller the chord, the farther it is from the center, and the larger the chord, the closer it is from the center. So what happens if I keep on moving, I will touch the center. If I make a chord which touches the center, that is a diameter. So diameter is the largest chord, and it is at zero distance from the center. So these are the few basic things or the foundation for studying the circle chapter. And therefore children, what is the radius? Radius is the distance between the circumference and the center. What is a chord? A chord has got two end points on the circumference and it is a straight line. What is a diameter? The diameter is the largest chord. It touches the circle at two ends. Its end points are on the circle, but it also includes the center. What is the second? The line passing through. What is the second? Second is the line passing through. What is the second? The second is the line passing through this line. The line passing through the circle, touching the circle at 2 points. What is a tangent? The tangent is a line which touches the circle only at 1 point, and that point is called the point of contact. So these are the learning outcomes you have to write. See, a lot of people, they will tell you the whole thing, but then the learning outcome is your job to write it down. So after this video, you have to write down the learning outcome. Secondly, so the radius which touches the point of contact of its tangent, the radius which touches the point of contact of the tangent on that circle is perpendicular on the tangent. What is the minor segment? A chord divides a circle into two parts. The part which does not include the center, this whole shaded part is called the minor segment, and the part which includes the center is called the major segment. The part of that part of the circumference which encloses the minor segment is the minor arc. So that means, what are the things you have to write? First, how is a circle formed? How is a circle formed? Circle formed. This is the first thing you should write in the learning outcome. How is a circle formed? And you have to write, when a point moves from at equidistance from a fixed point on a plane, a circle is drawn, and the distance from the fixed point to the moving point is called the radius. So thank you and have a nice time. We go to video 2 after this.
Thank you, students.